Good morning. I'm here with my colleague Pierre-Paul Huss this morning to, of course, talk about sneaky Mark Carney's performance at last night's Liberal leadership debate. But first, I just want to briefly talk about the bad news that we received yesterday, that Donald Trump plans to move ahead with devastating and unjust tariffs on Canada. Canada was given a 30-day reprieve from these tariffs. And where have the Carney-Trudeau Liberals been for the last month? Well, they haven't been in the House of Commons, where they could have passed a bring-it-home tax cut, where they could have repealed their anti-pipeline bill, C-69. They haven't been here where they could have canceled their job-killing, food bank line driving carbon tax. Instead, they've been focused on internal party matters, while this pressing issue is in front of Canadians. And so the question to the Carney-Trudeau Liberals tonight is, what are they going to do in the next week after having squandered the last 3 weeks where they should have been preparing to deal with President Trump's unjust tariffs? Now, last night we saw Carbon Tax Carney speak to Canadians, and what did he have to say? Well, it's always something different, but he was unclear last night about his shadow carbon tax and what that's going to cost Canadians, what it's going to cost them when they're buying groceries, when they're buying gas. How many Canadian jobs is his shadow carbon tax going to cost? He's had multiple chances to clarify, was pressed on it last night, and he refused. He's claimed that he plans to balance the budget, but he's also saying he's going to keep all of Justin Trudeau's inflationary and out-of-control spending. He's also said that he's going to use a sneaky accounting trick by putting half the spending on one credit card, the other half on another, and then hiding it behind his back. He hasn't been clear with Canadians about how he plans to do that accounting. And we know that even though he was pressed last night, he won't be clear with Canadians about his plans for energy independence for Canada, for our ability to get our natural resources to market. Saying one thing in English in British Columbia, and that's that he would use emergency powers to drive projects like pipelines east-west in this country, and then saying the opposite in French while in Quebec. And then last night, not being clear about what he plans to do. Tonight is the last chance that Carbon Tax Carney has to come clean with Canadians, instead of trying to dodge and duck what his real plans are. Canadians deserve answers, because in a matter of weeks, the leader of this Liberal contest, not having been elected by Canadians, will become Canada's Prime Minister. We need to have accountability from them. And Canada's Prime Minister should be able to speak clearly, not just to Canadians in both official languages, but to our allies and to our partners around the world. And last night, Mark Carney demonstrated he's unable to do that on a matter that couldn't be more important, saying that he agrees with Hamas. Now, do I think that Mark Carney agrees with Hamas? No, but he certainly did create some uncertainty, because he wasn't able to be clear in one of Canada's 2 official languages about whether or not he supports a murderous terrorist death cult like Hamas. Canadians need answers. Canadians deserve accountability. Tonight is Carbon Tax Carney's last chance to come clean with Canadians, and we look forward to hearing him pressed hard by journalists tonight because he's been avoiding opportunities to talk to the media, running away last night when he was pressed in French during his media scrum. And so we're going to be watching tonight and look to see what Canadians can expect from sneaky Mark Carney.